Hey everybody, Robert Wright here, private label law attorney. Today I'm going to answer the question, how long is it going to take to get my trademark registered? I get asked this by clients all the time. They're really anxious to get the benefits of brand registry. They know that they need a registered trademark in order to do that. So how long is it going to take? Well, let me tell you this, it is a lengthy process. Here in the United States, best case scenario, everything goes well, no hiccups, no bumps, no anything along the way. You're looking at about 9 months before you get a registration number. Now that's an estimate, right? It could be a little bit longer, it could be a little bit shorter, but here's kind of the process, right? When you file the application, it basically goes into a queue. It sits in a pile, as it were, and it sits there for about 5 to 6 months. I go with the 6-month mark. About the 6-month mark, an examining attorney picks up the application, takes a look at it, and if everything looks good, moves it to publication. So it sits in another queue for 30 days, and then the application's published for 30 days. Basically, that 30-day period is it's putting the world on notice that, hey, we're gonna register this trademark, speak now or forever hold your peace if you got any issues with it, right? So there's that 30-day publication period. So 30 days, if you make it through, then a couple weeks later, you actually get a registration number, you take that registration number, and then you go to Amazon, you secure brand registry, right? So let's think about it. Filed, 6 months later, examining attorney picks it up, if all is good, 30-day queue, waiting to be published, 30-day publication period, at 3-4 weeks for getting a registration number, 9 months. Okay, so that's best case scenario. Now, let's go back a little bit. When that examining attorney picks up the application, they're gonna try to poke holes in it, right? They're not mean people, but they're charged with making sure that only good, strong, legitimate trademarks make it to registration. So if they see any sort of issue or concern with the application, they're going to issue an office action. It's a very formal legal document, right, that tells you exactly what's wrong with the application, what the concerns are. That gets issued. You then have 6 months to respond, right? And then once you respond, it could be a month, 2 months before the examining attorney looks at it again. And then, there could be another office action or they could move it to publication. So, you can see, if there's any sort of hiccup, any sort of bump with the application at all, that 9-month timeline that I told you about, if everything, that's perfect, right? It can get really stretched out. you could literally be talking years if you had multiple office actions and you waited the entire 6 months to respond. So how long is your trademark application gonna take? It's not overnight, it's not a couple of weeks. At best, you're looking at 9 months. At worst, you're looking at a couple of years if you have to go back and forth on the mark. And so as you work on your submission, as you think about strategically, when does it make sense to get brand registry for my my private label brand? Just take that timing into consideration because it's a really, really important thing. You're not going to move it. It is what it is, but knowledge is power. And so if you're prepared for it, then you can navigate it. So 9 months at a minimum, that's how long your trademark's going to take.